When I started this company, one of my goals was to get a group of people that I would look forward to spending 8 to 10 hours a day with. And that in part meant that they had good energy, that our energy would reverberate and grow as a result. But we are all leaders. We're impacting somebody, okay? Leadership goes up as well as down. You know, one definition of a leader is somebody who has followers. No follower, you're not a leader. So everyone is a leader, and so that's the concept of 360-degree leadership. You lead in a complete circle. Everybody is a leader. You are on stage every day of your life. And you know what? Your value system is being broadcasted, okay? The secret of your future lies in your daily routine. You show me your calendar and your credit card statement, and I will show you your true values, okay? Someone is watching you. It may be your friend, it may be your brother or sister, it may be your kid. You are on stage to someone. You're impacting someone. 7 Habits talks about initiative and resourcefulness. There's an old statement, to him who has a hammer, everything is a nail. We tend to apply the solutions we have. The corollary of that is, if the hammer doesn't work, the standard solution is, what we need here is a bigger hammer. We were recently ranked the #1 largest student housing provider, private student housing provider in America. I have a little old town in Gainesville. People tell me things are impossible sometimes. And I say, well, I think a little old guy out of Gainesville being #1 private student housing is possible. And by the way, I happen to think this is a country of entrepreneurship, because 13 stupid colonies took on the British Empire back in 1776. And when you think about it, that's a pretty stupid thing to do. But somehow they made it. And when someone's whispering words of discouragement in my ear, I say, I'm glad you weren't talking to George Washington in the middle of Valley Forge, or we wouldn't be here. So this is a country built on entrepreneurship and taking on challenges. And impossible is just an idea that lasts as long as it takes somebody to do it. JFK, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, laid forth, threw down the gauntlet to this country to put a man on the moon within this decade. And he had a wonderful phrase in his speech. He said, we do these things not because they are easy, but because they are difficult. And in the doing, we call forth the best in ourselves. And if that doesn't energize you, please go work for our competition. Okay? I tend to take for granted the things that are closest to us. Fish discover water, last, etc. There's also another story about, Bill Gates makes so much money that if he saw a $100 bill on the floor, he couldn't afford to pick it up. Well, that illustrates that a lack of understanding of how Bill Gates creates value in life, okay? Because you walk around and for a lot of time of the day, he'll seem like an ordinary guy. Not that I've spent time with him, but you'll see a flash of brilliance, you see a flash of steel, you see a flash of drive, and it's those moments collected. I remember I said very early that the secrets of life are secrets because they're so obvious. It's somewhat the same.